Yo guys, what is going on? Nickname is just Yellow, and today this Norwegian hardcore PC gamer is gonna make a video about the mental game. Today we're gonna go through something that it works, or rather it will have effects universally related to, anything that you might want to take on, whether or not it's, doing some homework, if it's going to work, if it's, you hunting for that promotion, or if you want to play video games and you want to better your mental game. Alright, so this stuff here is obviously then related to the mental state that you have. Now keep in mind that it's a very big subject because of how interacting with people is not a simple thing, but normally you and me will just go through life and learn stuff as it keeps on happening, So from that perspective on, this stuff right here, it might be something that you don't really meet that often, alright? So it's almost about self-honesty, to be honest, entirely, which is kind of interesting because how the hell does that make sense, and how can that actually affect you on a large scale? Well, in my sense and in my regard, it becomes a little bit interesting, because if you had no idea, this YouTube channel right here, there's been like 600 older videos that I've deleted. So I've obviously been looking at myself very objectively, and I've, realized that whatever I did in the past, that doesn't really work. In which I then took all my experiences and I perfected it even further, I fine-tuned it, and, then you reinvent yourself and you find something new to take your skill onto, and from there on out, you reach a new barrier, and it's only because of how I was honest to myself. I recognize that whatever the crap I did in the past, it was rather shit or not good enough. The only few good things I did, that was good. And from that perspective on, I was just not only really honest with myself, but I was very brutal with myself. This might, in some case scenarios, make me seem like either shallow or like an obnoxious or very, I guess you could say, full of himself kind of person. I think that is the right way to describe it, but in the end of the day, I'm just being so brutal towards anything that you can't really distinguish whether or not I'm being positive or negative. While in reality, my default is uber positive, because my brain has been wrapped around this entire mentality of always being able to find an answer, or being able to break down whatever the hell could come my way, okay? So that is so to speak the aftermath, and the result that you get from just realizing that being brutally honest all the fucking time is actually incredibly good, because it gives you results. It gives you something that you can rely upon, and that almost always will give you some results. Of course, this stuff here, it goes towards anything really, like interaction with people, how you play video games, how you take on lessons in school, how you might do certain tasks, whether or not we are talking about, going to work and doing specific tasks at work, or if you are, executing something in Counter-Strike. As long as you're brutal about how you do things and the things that you are talking about all the time, you will be able to get some serious results. In my case scenario, in terms of leaving Call of Duty in the past and then transcending over to Counter-Strike, I was just being honest with myself, and it was pretty fucking easy for me to do at that point though, because I've already been so exposed to a shitty game franchise that I just could not stand it anymore. And from there on out, anything was an upgrade. So after Call of Duty, playing that for, almost 5,000 hours spread over a couple of few years, I was blessed by Titanfall. But then when Counter-Strike Global Offensive was, literally as soon as I booted that shit up, and I finally tuned the graphics settings right, I was like, oh my god, this game right here is running amazing. It's just absolutely awesome. And then also, I knew from the past as well that I enjoy to play tactical. Camping in Call of Duty is frowned upon, but it's almost as if you're frowning upon intelligence. So that's kind of pathetic and disgraceful in hindsight, But yeah, I was, so to speak, blessed as well, because now I could finally use my brain and, unleash a little bit more of the potential that I had buried down inside of my brain, in which then allow me to have even more fun. So, as you can see, just being honest, it will not only grant you happiness in the right context, but it will also give you very, very good results, and in even bigger contexts, it could grant you a lot of money. It all depends on how much time you just spend in, and being honest to yourself as well, obviously. So hopefully people enjoy this video. If you did, supporting the channel would probably be pretty good. We got the Patreon stuff, in which you do get rewards if you decide to support. You can read about it on there. And here we got 2 related videos, if you want to stay updated on stuff. More to come, by the way. I have so much stuff to do. But anyways, thanks for the support, thanks for watching, have a nice day, and don't get beastified when you play, people.